Peraí, meninas, tá um calor aqui insuportável. Tem que abrir a janela para não morrer de calor. Só um minutinho. Vou só ligar o fã, peraí um pouquinho. Nossa, tá muito calor aqui, já tô. Pronto, já voltei. Tô voltando. Oi, quem já tá aqui? Oi, Li. Já voltou, tudo bom? Eba, mil perdões. Tá me escutando? Você me escuta? Oi, Li, você me escuta,
Oi,
linda?
escuto.
Joia, joia. A gente vai começar. Okay, now it's in English. So
Yes.
now we're gonna do this in English.
Yes.
Let's see how many people we have present.
Hey.
Hi, Debbie, you're here. Yay.
I am. I was in the end of the Portuguese. I was trying to learn my
Portuguese. How awesome. Good to see you. How far do you still have to go?
Well, I dropped Jacob off in Hoover, and I'm going to drive halfway back to Orlando so I don't lose all day tomorrow. So I'll be driving. We left at like 11:30 this morning, so I'll be driving 12 hours today. So.
You are insane.
Only 3 more trips. Only 3 more trips up to Hoover till he graduates and moves. So.
No, it's all good. I tell you, that's an impressive. It's an impressive. I was watching Wonder Woman yesterday again. I wanted to watch that again yesterday, and I was thinking about you guys. There's a lot of women that I was thinking of yesterday. Seriously, I was looking at you guys thinking, oh, have mercy, girls. You guys are amazing. But all right, so I have to confess, we talked a lot about booking in the beginning of the Portuguese class, and I learned my lesson. It was because I talked too much, we never got to the career chat part. So I'm going to try to go faster, not faster, but be more concise and try to cover all the points here because, ouch, we really spent way too much time on the booking, and I never got to the part where we needed to do this. But we talked a lot, which was good. There was a lot of talking back. So that's not talking back, but collaborating, I should say.
Anna,
yes.
Does this get recorded?
Yes, it's recorded.
Okay. Because I'm going to listen now, but I can't take notes while I'm driving. That would be kind of crazy. So
no, it's all good.
Okay.
No, don't take notes. Please drive. Please drive. Do not take notes. Please drive. Yes, it's going to be recorded, and the participants, I will share the link with you. We don't usually share the link on the group because if you didn't participate, it's your own choice. Hi, Jessica, you're here. Yay! Yay!
Hi, how are you?
I'm so excited you're here. That's awesome.
Yes.
So we don't really share the links on the group unless it's the participants and they're asking for it, because if you missed it, you have to ask your director. But I'll be glad to share that with you guys. Okay, so
yeah, because I want to go back and take notes.
Right.
So.
Okay, and I understand you're driving, so please, please. For
yeah.
the love of God, do not
and I'm here. I'm gonna be listening. I'm here listening.
Right. But actually, today there's a ton to be able to take notes. So that's why I think it's important for you to. If you are home and you can take notes, please take notes because there's a lot that we are covering today. Okay. All right. So let's go to the things that we need to talk about. So today we're going to talk about Biz Smarts. So what is Biz Smarts? Biz Smarts is when you are prepared with the basics. There's a saying that says that we should not reinvent the wheel. The wheel was invented, and it's much easier for us to use the wheel that was already invented than to create a different wheel. And sometimes our personalities don't match so easily with the wheel that has been created. But nonetheless, as a leader, when you learn how to use what is available for you in our business, it helps you go further faster. So I'm going to confess this because I think it helps a lot of people. And I think that the things that we go through in life are not only to teach us, but to help other people that come after us. In the beginning of my business, I was so worried about memorizing everything, learning everything, knowing everything perfectly. And I wanted to change things to make it look like it was for me, not that, you know, so I wanted everything to match what I liked instead of what it was available. And I wasted a lot of time and I was frustrated a lot because instead of just using what was available for, you know, 40 years, I decided that I wanted to create something new. And sometimes what I created was great, but most of the time I ended up using what was available through Mary Kay anyways. And I am that kind of person that says, oh, I want to do it my way. My way is better. I know best. I have to confess, you know, that's a great thing for you to be independent and to go get. But sometimes it's not smart to waste time, energy, and be stressed on doing something that is and trying to create something that's already there. It's just so easy for you to pick up a telephone and use it instead of trying to create the telephone. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes independent women are so hung up on my way, you know, the Sinatra song, I did it my way. And we want to do it our way, that we lose. Right? You guys, how many of you, okay, am I the only one in here? How many of you agree or relate?
Not at all. I totally agree. 100%.
Definitely.
Yes.
And I'm not surprised. The top women in Mary Kay, the leaders, are in this class. People that want to do something with their lives. And people that want to do something with their lives are usually, I'm going to say it in a good way, okay? We're know-it-alls. We know it all, right? I'm saying it in a good way. It's not a bad way. We know a lot. We're confident in our knowledge. We know that our skills are honed. And so we want to do it our way because our way is the best way. Okay? Am I the only one?
No.
Anybody relate?
I think sometimes for me, I've gone through so much that I've had to do it my way because the other ways didn't work. So then when I get into Mary Kay, I sometimes need to take a step back and realize that I need to do it others' ways. You know, because I've spent 10 years fighting to get things for my kids. So, you know, it's hard to navigate that. So
It
yeah.
is. That's a very good point, Debbie. Sometimes, and I know Lee's story, I don't know Jessica's story, but I know Lee's story. Lee moved over here as an adult, as a homeowner. She moved as a lawyer, moved from Brazil to the United States, and she's done it all of her life her way. And now she has to follow rules that are new to her. And so just like you were saying, Debbie, it's hard to kind of take a step back and kind of do things the way they're supposed to do when we are go-getters, right?
Right.
It's sometimes
Right.
hard.
100% agree with you. Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I want to do today is I want to show you some tools that are available, and I want to encourage you to say something that I have found to be extremely helpful in my life. How many of you would love to have a secretary, like a clone of yourself? How many of you would like to have a clone of yourself, a second you?
Of course.
Yes, all there.
Right. Okay, so what Mary Kay has afforded us. Okay, so another question before I go on to the point that I want to make. How many of you, if you did have a clone of yourself at your disposal, would micromanage that person? Would you micromanage that person?
I think at first I would, but then once I gained trust in them, I wouldn't.
Right. Okay. So when you
That's
gain trust,
my honest answer is at first I would, but then if I saw they were doing a good job, I wouldn't.
that's right. And I think that my honest answer would be I would only hire the one that is exactly like me. Otherwise, I wouldn't hire them. Right. Right. So we are looking for ways to get things done our way that make it faster. Right. And that's exactly what these tools are available. So I want us as leaders, I want us as women that go get and get things done to look at these tools as our clones. They are doing our job for us so we don't have to do it. So we can spend our time, so we can invest our time in the things that are important to our business or to our lives. Okay. So when I started looking at the tools that are available in Mary Kay for me, I started seeing them as a clone of Anna. Okay, so instead of looking at that as something that I have to use in order for me to have success, I said, oh wow, this helps me skip a step. This helps me go faster towards my goal. And when you internalize that way of thinking about the tools that Reiki has for us, we don't feel like we have to create. We just embrace the tools and use them to our benefit. Am I okay? Is this
Yeah,
point
that makes
made?
sense.
That
Mhm.
makes sense, yes. Mhm.
Okay. So the things that I'm going to share today is how I choose to do my business, and the majority of the times I teach that to my unit. Depending on their personality, we tweak things because not everybody has my personality. So what I do is when I teach my unit, I teach them how I do it. They watch me do it. But then as we observe and as we work with each individual consultant, we kind of tweak things around. So I'm going to teach you several ways to do something. And you need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I relate to this way of doing a booking. I relate to this way of doing the coaching. I relate to this way of preparing for my business. I relate to this way for doing a career check. And you perfect that for yourself. Okay? Just because you do it one way doesn't mean that it's going to work for me, and vice versa. Just because your director does it one way does not mean that's going to be your best way to do it. But you need to find your way to do the skills of this business so it works for you. Okay? It makes no sense for me to tell you this is how you do a booking, and it's not you. Okay? And then you hit yourself on the wall several times and you don't have success. You will become frustrated with the business, you won't do the business, and you walk away. So I'm going to be very frank with you. The way that I do business might not be the way that you have success doing business, but do the business your way. Okay? So doesn't mean that what I'm going to share today matches with you. Then you need to sit down with your leader and say, I need to hone in my skills on booking. Teach me how to do booking a different way because it's not working for me. I'm not getting success in my bookings. But if you don't communicate with your leader, she will never know that you're having issues with booking. Okay? She's just going to say, Anna's not booking. That's what she's going to say. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the premise. Okay, so systems. So what are we talking about today? Systems. How we do our things that are a well-oiled machine. You know, it's like a Swiss watch. Everything works perfectly and you don't have to think too much about it. Okay? When you have systems in place for your business, it declutters your mind. So your mind is not so preoccupied with the steps, okay? Because they're already working. It helps support your goals. So if my goal for the end of this month is to have 25 new team members in our unit, my systems, the things that I'm going to do this month have to support that goal. Okay, so my systems should support that goal. So if your goal is to have 5 parties this month, your systems should support the booking and the coaching and the pre-profiling and the closing. Okay, your calendar should support those goals. And systems also reduce stress. Your systems reduce stress. How many times you come back from a party and you have profiles in your hands, you have receipts in your hands, you don't know how to follow up, you forget who bought what, and if you don't have a system, you become stressful because it's more stressful to go do an appointment and come back and what am I going to do with all this stuff now? Now you stress about it. When you have systems, now the stress is reduced. Okay? All right. So those are the reasons to have stress. I mean, the reasons to have systems, not stress. Not stress. I mean systems. Okay. So then you can focus on your income producing activities and your people time, right? Face-to-face time with your clients is what you want. The business part of the deal should be a well-oiled machine. Okay, let's talk about bookings for a minute. Let's talk about how you generate new people in your client base. Can you guys share? I would like for you to share with me, what is the system that you use to generate new leads, to get new clients? What is the system that you use? Can you share with me?
Well, I've done some facial boxes.
Okay.
And then referrals when I'm at appointments, whether they're a one-on-one. I know John's generated some appointments for me from women he knows, and whether it's through work or his pool league. So, and then I get referrals, and I'm trying to get more connected in the communities as I'm settling down being in Orlando more. And I'm going to try to, what I've been trying to do is have house twice a month, once or twice a month, depending on my schedule, where I can just invite people over to my house. So then like a one-on-one with somebody turns into 3 or 4 women. And then nobody has to clean their house because I've done it. So they just need to kind of all show up. So I'm trying to get into the routine of doing that. And that seems to work for me when I do it, because then, everyone just kind of comes over. So that's kind of how I've been generating some more leads.
Very good. So those are very, very, very good ways to do it. So she says she's holding coffees at her house where she invites people over. So friends of friends. So that's a type of referral. She also joins groups. So she's joining groups in her city. So there's so many groups that we can join, right? So we can have the wine club, the book club, the church group, the women that walk in the park group, the women that have dogs group. I mean, there's so many groups that we can join to make friends that way. And they become
I have 2 vendor fairs coming up this month, and I think one the next month. So I've been booking some vendor fairs to try to get some names that way too.
This is a good time of the year to do vendor fairs. Spring and fall are 2 vendor fairs.
Yep.
Awesome times. Good. So those ways, and of course referrals. Referrals are always great. If a client is your friend, she's going to give you the names of her friends, which is a warm lead. And facial boxes is a cold lead. So we'll talk about them as we go. But thank you, Debbie, for sharing, because pretty much you cover all the bases there: the warm leads, the cold leads. And then the new names by friendships, and the new names by meeting you on the streets. So pretty much you've come. There's no other way for you to get names. This is it.
I'm trying. It's just that I don't get it consistently with the running back and forth. So as soon as I can, be doing it consistently.
Consistency
then,
is key.
Right?
It's all good. It's all good. Jessica, do you want to share how you get your names?
So it's very much like Debbie, like you said, Debbie covered most of it, which is awesome. But I also, what the downfall that I realized is, and I remember my national always telling me, use your kids, if you want to be with your kids and spend more time with them, when you go out to groups with them, when I take them now to the gym and stuff like that, and there's other families, I get them involved too. And they're like, oh, you're a mom, you have free time. Yeah. And I'm with my kids at the same time, but at the same time, I'm connecting with them. So that's been actually working out a lot to my favor. Like my little guy goes to a swimming lesson, and so that's what I've been, So, and a lot of moms sometimes don't realize, right? Like there's a little bit of downtime, and why not utilize that to our advantage? So that's been helpful too, to add to Debbie's list.
I totally agree with Jessica. When I started my business, my kids were my booking tools. My kids were my booking tools, because that's all. I was surrounded by moms of little kids. That's all I knew. It was moms of little kids. That's who was around me. So it's a perfect way to get. And they are all needing a pampering. All these women are running around with boogers on their shirts and cheese crackers on their purses, and they just need a break, and a pampering is all they need, right?
Yes. Well, and I'm also a teacher, right? So I'm a kindergarten teacher, and so now that I'm sort of on the leave from there, it's so much easier to spend that time with my children. Like I want that quality time with my children, but at the same time try to get back into my business, right? So I'm trying to connect both of them, which I didn't do before, unfortunately. But you know what? We learn, right? Everything is a learning procedure.
Yeah,
so.
and I totally agree that being a teacher is awesome, because again, you're in front of women all the time, right?
Yeah.
I do want Lee's a brand new consultant. She just joined our team just a couple of days ago. She just got her box.
Congratulations.
But
I just learned today.
Yeah, but Lee, I do want you to share here in the group what you talked to me, because I said to you, let's think about people that you want to facial. And you said something to me that was so amazing. Lee is involved in, I mean, she does the woman is super, she's like everywhere. Tell the girls what you said to me when we were thinking about the groups of people that you're going to do parties with. Could you share?
Oh, Anna, I'm sorry, I don't understand you. I'm sorry.
Sure. When we were talking, when we were saying, let's think about all the parties, the new Mary Kay parties that you can have. Remember, we were having that conversation?
Yes.
And you started telling me all the groups that you are part of. Remember, you said, do you remember all the groups that you're saying to me?
No, I don't remember.
Okay. So I'll tell you guys what she said to me. That was for a brand new consultant. I said, okay, we need to do a business debut, right? And so Lee says, oh, I volunteer at the hospital. So I want to do a party with the hospital girls. Do you remember that conversation?
Yes.
You tell the rest now. You tell the rest.
Yes. The hospital, and I am learning English, and I study English at night. And okay, I have some friends, American friends, and you try to do that in English. It's my challenge.
Yes.
Yeah, and I have a lot of friends, Brazilian friends here. It's support. I believe those who must support my business now.
Very good. So she was, that's perfectly, thank you for sharing that. So those are the ways that she's thinking of getting leads. She's going to warm leads, people that she knows, they're friends of hers, that she's going to say, I started my business. Why can't we say, I can restart? How many of you have seen a banner says, grand opening, whatever, So we can contact our little groups of friends and we go back to them and say, this is a grand opening. I want to see you there. Or I'm going to do a new product launch and I want you there. So those are ways to get new names. Okay?
Yes.
So, and as a director, when I hear you telling me how you're going to get your leads, it helps me kind of know your personality. Okay? And the reason why I say that is because a person that is willing to go out and meet people that she does not know, she is mashed a little bit of that leadership on her. Why? Because she's willing to go out and get a no, right? I'm not really willing to, I don't like that. Personally speaking, Jessica, Debbie knows me and Lee knows me, but Jessica, we don't work together as much. I'm not so keen on going out in the street and handing out my business card and expecting them to give me their name. It's not my favorite way to do business. But I'm going to tell you something. Gloria Mayfield Banks, who is the #1 national in the world. Okay?
One of my ultimates.
You know what she says? She says you get 5 business cards, attach 5 samples to those cards, and you go out in the street and don't come home until you have 5 new names every day. Every day.
Yes. And you know what? The funny part is I've tried doing it, and the difference that it makes when you do it consistently, it's huge. And so I always carry the satin hands cream with, like little samples, or sometimes the color cards. And it makes a difference when you're giving a business card. Some people are like, really, but you're spending money. At the end of the day, you know what? Yes, you are, but you don't know really how much you can actually invest, and that those, $1 in the satin hand cream, or even less actually, if you break it down, it's less. But what a difference it could actually make in the long run. They might not call you, but if they do call you, that dollar might turn into, a 200 or more sale.
A party or a new team member, right?
Right.
You never know,
right. So yeah, for sure. And it makes that person feel extra special too. And instead of just giving a business card, like, really, you're giving me a business card? So it's an added bonus for sure.
Thank you for sharing, because that's so important. I think that even if it's not your way of doing business, if you prefer working with referrals or facial boxes or something where it's not face-to-face, you still want to go out prepared. Just like you're saying, Jessica, you may not get those 5 names, but you go out with that intention. of using that skill in case the door opens, or in case, you know, that day you feel more fearless and you are going to get those 5 names. So go out prepared. And that's where the systems are. Are you prepared with your samples and your business cards and your little goodie bags or whatever it is that you give? Do you have an app that you can send, or do you have your business virtual business card link ready to go, where you can just shoot them a text and they can receive it and they can text you back with your name? So then you have that contact and it's a firm contact. Do you have those systems and tools? Because if you don't have it, this is the time for you to analyze what you need to make changes in your systems to make that life easier for you. Okay, so when we're done here with the class, I told the Brazilian group I'll share some information, and I will share information with you of how to get the virtual card, your virtual business card that you can have. It's a link that you save on your phone and you send it to her. So let's say I'm having a conversation and I don't have business cards, or I don't have a sample, but I say to her, oh my gosh, I really would love to give you a sample. I ran out of the house real fast. I don't have it with me. Can I send you my virtual card and have you text back with your name? So then what I do is I will send you, when I'm home, I can send you a picture of it. And what we can do is we can schedule a time that I can pamper you with your charcoal mask or the facial peel, or, you know, to say thank you for serving me so well, or, you know, for to use you in my portfolio for the models of the month of March, something. But if when you text them, you don't even, like, if let's say that you don't have business cards or samples, you still have a way to get that name. Now, Jessica, I want to touch on a point that you mentioned, that when you do give out a business cards and you're waiting for them to call back, there is a system that you can create to generate that sample into a name. And Cleide was really very adamant about that in the Portuguese call just before this one. She says it's important for us to get the name of the person back. Because
yes,
how many times,
yeah.
right? So at that moment, when you're giving out the sample or the catalog, or when you want to get their name back, do you know how much money that that little hand cream sample costs you?
Yeah, so I divided it. So it's about 70, 75, if I'm not mistaken, or so.
50 cents. It's 50 cents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I encountered the shipping and stuff. Yeah.
Right. So it's 50 cents. How much does a lookbook cost you? Do you know how much a lookbook costs you?
Yes. Oh, I see what you're getting at. Being exact, no, because if I look it up, then yes, of course. But offhand, no, I don't. And at the end of the day, I know it adds up. Yeah. No.
So think about this. A lookbook, a catalog is 35 cents.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to go into your wallet right now, and I want you to take 50 cents or 35 cents. Are you willing to get those coins and throw it in the trash can?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Are you willing to do
and
that?
that was a big, I know, and you know what, and I'm so glad we're having this class, because that was a big, huge debate that I had a while back, and I was like, but if they're not calling me back, right, then I felt like I was almost wasting that money. But then I looked at it the way that I said it, you know, at the end of the day, sometimes they do call you, and even if it's just that one. And then, so I kind of stopped, and then someone gave me the suggestion, well, you get their number first, and then you kind of have your samples separate from your business card, and then you give them the option to see what they would like to try. So at one point, I did do that. Like, I had a little purse, you know, with the satin hands, with the color card, and even the sample of some lipsticks. And I would give the person, to get a conversation going, I would give them the option. But sometimes they would shut me right off, and I was like, so I would get frustrated, you know, because I was like, it almost seemed like they didn't even have that time. And then there was other times where they actually did have the time, and it was actually, it actually turned into like a full class, and I was like, oh, that's awesome, right? So, and I didn't, you know, and the person had the choice of, you know, maybe I think she tried the Fancy Nancy, because I was wearing it, and I was like, and she, you know, we got into a whole conversation, but she actually felt like she had a choice in what she wanted to try.
Which is
you know
awesome.
What I mean?
I do, and I appreciate that. So you have a little baggie filled with samples. Have her choose your samples, and I think that really is an awesome way to really engage that conversation, because now she has to stop She has to look at your eyes. She has to have a conversation with you, so you engage her in a relationship building moment right there, which is great. I think that's an awesome way to really, I mean, she has to really make eye contact with you and listen to what you're saying, and you have to listen to what she's saying and engage the conversation. The final point of that exchange is, does she have your number and you have her number? And I'm not saying to you, do not give out samples if she doesn't give your number, because it's a seed planted. She does have your number, but the numbers don't lie. When we go do a fair, when we go standing, behind a table, do a fair, or when we go out and give out business cards, 3% is the return of your investment. It's 3%. So if you give out 100 business cards, 3 people are going to call you back. Everybody else, if you don't make the effort, you're not going to get the call back. That's an average. I'm not saying that it happens every time, but the studies don't lie. So 3% of investment of samples and contacts are going to call you back. That's the studies that are done on marketing. Okay. So how do we make it better? We make relations. That's the why Mary Kay is so different, because we make the connection with the person. We get their name back. And what I have found for me to work best is I do have business cards, because I include them in my gift bags. I include them on stuff. I write down "thank you for your business" on the back of them, and I put them on my delivery bags. But the majority of the times, I'm not exchanging business cards when I'm networking. I use my virtual card, because I must have their phone number to send that virtual card to. Must. Okay?
That's an awesome.
Yeah.
The virtual card is like, let's exchange information. I don't say, can I have your business card? I say, let's exchange information. Let me send you my virtual card. What is your number? And I pull up and I just say, what's your number? And she's going to dictate her number.
Yes.
It's the
Yes, a good idea.
Having the virtual card makes it so much easier to get their number, and I haven't done that yet, but it does, like you said, Anna. Like, hey, just give me your number real quick, and I'll send you my virtual card. And then they know they're getting something right away from you.
Great. And so if you can attach, a free makeover with your virtual card, or if you can attach a free sample, use this code for a free sample on my website. You know what?
That's a great idea.
Hello, why not, right? So when you're asking them for their number for the virtual card, it's a much more subtle exchanger. Men do that all the time. Here's my business card. Men don't have any problem exchanging phone numbers. But we, for some reason, we find it offensive to ask for their business card or ask them for their number. So the virtual business card really helps you. I'll put a link of my business card on the BuzzFeed page. And if you scroll down to the bottom of that, you can click on that. It's a free app that you can create your own, and you can add all your contact, your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, all the stuff can be connected there, including your website. Okay, so just download that on your phone and create your own, and then you can have that link as the link to be passed on as you are out and about making friends. The one tool that I use a lot is referrals. I use 2 tools a lot. Referrals. The next one is the picture frame at businesses. I can be anywhere in the world making new names. I love the idea of the facial boxes, except that I now reside in 2 different parts of the world, so that I cannot come back to the boxes and pick up the names. So it's a step that I am eliminating. Okay, so if you have a facial box, it's a box where people fill out to receive a free facial, and you leave it at the hairdresser, the tanning salon, the massage therapist, where people go to spend money. Okay, you can leave a box and it says, sign up here for a free facial. You can put a box in there with little papers. Well, what happens in those things? I have to go back to this place to get the names. Now, I travel a lot, so I cannot go back to the place to do that. So I borrowed an idea from another director that is genius. And what does she teach us? She teaches us to print a piece of paper that says, text charcoal mask to 267-980-2857 to receive a free pampering. Okay, the paper is on my website. And I ask these businesses, instead of saying, can I put this box here? I can say to them, can I put this picture frame here? and they leave the picture frame there. And now, instead of the person filling out a paper and putting in a box, she's texting me saying charcoal mask. When I receive that text, I know that she is asking for charcoal mask. And I reply saying, you just won a charcoal mask. What is the location that you found the frame? And she replies to me. And then I reply, oh, that location also includes a scent and lips pampering. All locations include a scent and lips pampering. Come on, let's go, right? But I can say to her, oh, congratulations again. That location also includes a scent and hands pampering. Now let's look at the calendar and see when it fits for you. That's it, okay? So it's a simple way for me to get names of people that I have never met before. And so I can grow my business. But I do also like, so that's one way. Another way that I work, and it's awesome, and if you have this tool, I would strongly suggest that you use this tool. It is the profile, the customer profile. On the back of the profile, there's a space in here for women to write down the names of their friends. So at an appointment, what you want for her to leave, before she leaves the appointment, to fill out this form and give you as many names as possible. So either on paper that you can follow up, or send you the list of people on here. It doesn't matter. I prefer online because then I don't have to do a second step with the paper. I personally, it's just my personal opinion. Your director is going to teach you differently. I don't like paper because I have to do a second step with the paper. So when I come home from an appointment and I have profiles, I have to input them on my InTouch. When I come home from a list of people, I have to input this somewhere because I'm not going to carry this paper. If I have 50 of these in a week, where am I going to put these people? So for me personally, I prefer all here. So she can fill it out here, but send me a picture and send it to me because I want to have this available. I never leave. I don't even go to the bathroom without this. But I may go out, I may go to the bathroom without this. Okay, that's my personal way of doing business. You have a different way of doing business. Figure out what works for you and do that well. Okay, that's what this class is all about. But you want every appointment that I have, I want to have the name of the friends that she's got because I want her to be a hostess. I want to do business with her friends. If she bought a lipstick from me, I want all of her friends to buy lipstick from me. If she bought the skincare from me, I want all of her friends to buy the skincare from me. Debbie was a hostess for me before. She gave me referrals. Lee has been a host for me. She's given me referrals. So that's what you want. You want people to help you build your business, and that's where you get your bookings from. Okay, so there are more ways. Let's talk about more ways to do that. So you talk about warm leads, which are your referrals. You talk about cold leads, which are your facial boxes, going out with your business cards and meeting people on the street. You talk about joining groups like Debbie said, or Lee is involved in groups. I'm sure, Jessica, you have groups of people that you belong to, your Bible study or your wine group or your book group, right?
Yes.
Those people need to know you are a Mary Kay consultant. And not only that, but those people need to know that when they book a party with you, they're not bugging you. Okay? I want to say something to you that I found out in my business. My cousins didn't want to book a party with me because they thought that they were abusing my niceness. Imagine that. They said, "Oh, we don't want to ask you to do a facial with us because you're a professional. You don't want to facial us." And I was like, "No, please, I want to do it. Please book a party." But I have had my family and my friends say, "That's okay, Anna. I don't want to bug you about this." And it would be my pleasure to use my gifts. And I said to them, if I was a plumber, wouldn't you call me if you had an issue? If I was a doctor, wouldn't you ask me for help? If you had an issue with your health? If I was a chiropractor, wouldn't you come to my office? Why would you not come to me that I'm a Mary Kay lady? Let me help you with your skin, please. So sometimes we have such close friends that they say, "Oh, I don't want to bug you with that." But you do. So tell them. If you belong to a group, you tell them, please, for the love of God, let me help you. Let me be your Mary Kay. Let me be your skincare person. Come and ask me. Okay? You tell them that. So your friends, anybody that you know, your bridal shows, the community fairs, those are name generating places. Okay? If you go look at your the church bulletin or your the workout place that you go work out, your YMCA nearby you, or your Lifetime Fitness. Those places have health fair. Your colleges nearby you, they have health fairs, they have spring fairs, they have events that they invite vendors to go there, and you can, for a fee, or sometimes it's free, you can put a table in there, stand behind the table, and engage with people that come by. Okay, so those are ways to get names and do those things, because those things generate new leads. Most neighborhoods have new welcome letters to new people. If you live in an apartment complex, you have a newsletter that comes monthly. If you live in a neighborhood that has a new homeowners association, you have a newsletter that goes around. The newcomers are people that you want to engage. Okay, so those are lists of people that you can always be engaging on, talking to. Any comments or anything that you want to say with regards to that?
Nope.
We're moving on to coaching, because again, 15 minutes and I've done the only number one. Okay, let's talk about the next one, which is coaching. I have a video of coaching that I'm going to share with you guys on the Boss Babe. That is an old video that's on my website, on Anna Farrell, on the Mary King University. But I want to share because it's very thorough. It's over 15 minutes long. But it does go over the importance of coaching. So once you have an appointment booked, the very next best thing that you can do for yourself is to coach that appointment. What is coaching the appointment? Coaching the appointment is to make sure that it's completely solid in your book. How many times you've booked an appointment and you canceled it? Not you, but
a lot.
Yes, yeah. People cancel appointments. So let's learn how to make your appointments more solid than canceled. Okay, how do you do that? How do you make your appointments more solid in your books? Once you book it, it's not going to change. You're going to want to know what your hostess wants from you, because if she has what she wants, she's not going to cancel, right? What is her interest in having that appointment? You understand?
That's 100% true. Yes.
We have our goals, right? I'm holding that appointment. As a consultant, I'm going to go over there and sell, recruit. I'm going to bless somebody. I'm going over there to hone in my skills. I have my goals to go to that appointment. But what does your hostess wants from that appointment? Because once you know what she wants and you give it to her, she's not going to cancel. Right?
Yeah.
She's not going to change her appointment. She's not going to cancel last minute. You're not going to knock on her door and see the light in there and she's in there and she's not opening the door for you, which has happened to me. Okay?
No.
So you want to learn what she wants, because once you communicate with her what she wants and you give it to her, she's not going to cancel that appointment. She's going to want that appointment more than you want that appointment. So coaching is so important. She's your partner now. Now, for her to get what she wants, you need to get what you want. Okay, so let's put in perspective. I'm just gonna say this, it's not for everybody. Let's say I'm doing an appointment in a shelter. I'm not going there to sell. I'm going there to bless somebody else. It's a different mentality. They want it because they want the blessing. But let's put it in perspective, the regular appointment, which I'm going over there to sell, recruit, and hone in my skills. Okay, that's what I'm going there for. Let's think of a party that way for a minute. I'm gonna ask her, Debbie, what would you like to receive as a free gift? You have 10% of everything that's sold on that day of retail. What would be the list of products that you want? And she tells me, tell me a product, Debbie, that you'd like to get for free.
The microdermabrasion.
Microdermabrasion, awesome. So microdermabrasion is 55 retail. You get 10% of the retail sold. You get 15 when there's one booking, and you get 20 when there's two bookings. Okay, so we can do it two ways. So if there's a sales of $550, right off the bat, you get your microderm for free. Okay, 515 sales that day gets you your microderm for free. Or if you already know another date that you want to book 15%, that means if we have $400 in sales, you already get your microderm for free. Isn't that awesome? So let's think of another date before we finish the phone call that you can already book another party from another group of people, or maybe back to back. Maybe we'll do a party this Sunday and do another party the following Sunday with different people. And you already have, if you have 400 in sales that day, you already get your microderm for free. Do you understand what I'm saying here, girls?
Yes. Yes.
You do the numbers with her.
Yeah.
Okay. Or you can say 20% discount. So let 20% in free products. Let's say that we sell $300 that day. You already get your microderm free, but we have to have 2 bookings. So does your mom want to book a party before we get there? Does your sister want to book a party? Okay. You coach her. And then you say to her, now I want you to invite your richest friends that like to do microdermabrasion. I want you to invite your friends that like to invest in themselves, whatever, however you want to say those words. I want you to bring the people that are willing to invest in their beauty. Because for you to get the microderm, we have to have $550 in sales that day, okay? So who in your friend group is willing to come and invest in themselves? Now, she's gonna think about the people in her life that are gonna come and buy, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
You coach her that way. If you don't say that to her, she's just gonna invite everybody and their dogs, and nobody's gonna buy anything. But for her to get the microderm free, she has a purpose for that event now. Okay? And she says, you say those things to her, you coach her, because guess what? She's going to get the microderm and you're going to get 515 sales or more. So both of you are getting what you want from that appointment. Okay? So that's how you coach an appointment. Now you tell her.
I'll be honest with you. I'll interrupt you. Sorry. I'll be honest with you. You just brought a new perspective. I'd never really looked at it that way. Of like, yes, she's getting something free if she has a certain amount of people and stuff, but I've never actually given her the amounts of the, like in sales. I didn't think that was, I just didn't see it as appropriate or fair per se. I don't know why.
Super fair. It's
super
fair.
No, now that you're explaining it this way, yeah, totally, 100% agree. Okay. Like you said, we learned something new. Mm-hmm.
That's what she wants, right, Jessica? She wants the microderm. Let's say that she has 200,000 sales. She's not getting the microderm. But she's going to be frustrated. And then she's not going to have another party for you because she cleaned her house. She baked that cake. She made her house all pretty. She bought the flowers, and she's going to get a lipstick. Not fun for her, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But when we teach them how to get their prizes, they're gonna have a successful party for her and then for me. The other thing you can say to her, Jessica, you say, okay, you have 5 girls that are coming, and but you invited 10. 5 of them cannot come. Why don't you send them my link to my website and tell them to shop online before the party? And maybe you already even have $200 before the party even starts in sales there to count towards your microderm. So you can get outside sales from people that cannot come before the party comes. So you teach her ways to sell the product. Come the day of the party, you can certainly talk to her about being a consultant because she's done sales for you on your behalf. And then when you're done with the party, okay, this is gonna be in the part of recruiting, but think about this. At the end of the party, everybody leaves. She knows you've sold $550. She's getting a microdermabrasion set, and you're getting $250 in cash that her friends gave you. Her friend, she cooked, she cleaned the house, she's getting a set of $50. She knows you paid $25 for that set. She knows it because she knows you make 50%. Her friends came to her house, gave you $500, and she's getting a microdermabrasion set. She's recruiting. That girl's not dumb. She knows she's got a thing going. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good way.
You teach her how to help you be successful because then she can get what she wants. Okay. She's your partner in that. Pre-profiling the clients is so very important. When you talk to, and this is what I say to the clients, simple. Susie, I'm so glad you're coming to Debbie's party. She is expecting 5 people there, and you are number 5. Please send me a selfie of yourself so I can create a preferred look for you. So when you get there, I'll have your tray. Let me ask you your skin type. Is it oily, normal, combination, or dry? Do you have any special issues with your skin that you'd like to have addressed that day? Do you have any allergies, Susie? Great, I have all the stuff ready. I'm gonna have a tray just for you with all the things that you mentioned. We are gonna cover those things so I don't have to make it public that you have acne or that you have this and that, but I will cover those issues, so make sure that you pay attention throughout the class. I'm gonna have a look that's made just for you. I'm gonna send it to you so you have it, so please send me a selfie of yourself. Now, Susie, I wanna also tell you that your hostess is expecting to receive a super gift over there at the party when she has 5 people present. So you are number 5. Let's make sure that you're there and enjoy the appointment. But if for any reason your house catches on fire, you have a flat tire, your child breaks a bone, let's think of somebody else to stand in your place so then hostess does not lose her gift, okay? I don't want hostess to lose her gift because you didn't show up. So let's think of somebody that you can send in her place. If you want to bring her along, go right ahead. Just have her call me so I can get the information for her skin. But let's make sure that we have 5 people there and you're not the one missing, so then hostess doesn't miss out on her gift. Simple?
Yes.
Again, you understand what I'm communicating to the guest that she cannot miss this party. She has to come for Susie, hostess, to receive her gift. Okay? When we communicate that way, we're professionals. We're treating our business as a business. Your doctor charges you $25 if you don't show up. My doctor does. Right?
Yeah.
We need to treat our business with the same respect. And if we treat our business with the same respect, then our clients are going to treat us as business people. So pre-profiling and coaching is so important because you're teaching your clients, your future clients and your hostess how to treat your business, okay? Use tools. Send those people to your website, marykay.com/Shawna Farrell. Have them fill out the profile ahead of time. You're going to have all that, so you don't have to do the paperwork when you come home from the party with all those profiles. If you don't do that, if you don't want to do that ahead of time, go to the appointment, put your iPad in there, turn on your app, and have the clients do that online, so it makes it easier for you to have that information on your website already. You don't have to go and create those things later. Have your clients take their selfie and send to you, so you're not having to stop the appointment and take pictures of everybody. Have them send their selfies to you. Save time. Have them work for you at your appointments. Okay? It makes life easier for you. Open your app. If you trust your hostess, have her open up the app or you're in touch on her app or her device. Have your clients fill out their profile right then and there in front of you, so you don't have to have the paper. If you have 2 steps in the same paper, I don't like it. It's one paper that I look at it and I take care of it and I throw away, great. But if I have to bring those profiles home and then sit there and then put that information, I don't like it. I prefer them doing it right online in front of me, so then it's done and it's complete, it's ready to go. I don't have to try to read their handwriting or whatever, okay? So those are some of the ways that you can make your systems that make your life.
Where do they, Anna?
Say it again, Debbie.
Where do they fill out the profile? Where do they fill out the profile online?
Go to your website. So go to marykay.com/Debbie. Okay, your website, and then on the top tab it says My Mary Kay. They register on your website right there. And then you can click on customer profile. They fill out the whole profile online right in front of you.
Okay.
Okay, so don't go to your Mary Kay in Touch, and when you're at somebody else's, you don't want to log in there because then they'll have your password, and you don't want to do that. Go to your Mary Kay in Touch or marykay.com/whatever your Mary Kay website is. On the top tabs, there's one that's called My Mary Kay, and she can register on your website. She can put in her name, phone number, email address, and then she can fill out her profile with her skincare. Those same questions that are on the profile are on that. And she can put in if her skin is beige, ivory or bronze, her eye color, her hair color, all those things are on that link. Okay, she can even upload her picture right then and there. Okay? The other easy way is for you to open up your app on your phone and just give her your phone. You know, open up your Mary Kay app that you have, give her your phone, and then have her fill out that information. She can take a selfie, put in her phone, her picture in there, all that stuff. Of course, that if you have two devices, it's even faster, right? Because you can have somebody doing it on an iPad and the other person doing it on your phone, and you can do it faster that way. But if you want to do it ahead of time, just send her the link of your website and say, go to the top page where it says My Mary Kay, and she can fill all that out, okay, ahead of the party to make life easy for you. Debbie, your camera is frozen. I hope everything is okay, because you're frozen a part where your face was not like, oh, I see something. So I hope you're okay. Please let us know. Are you okay, Debbie? I think your phone went down.
Yes, yes,
She's driving.
yes.
Okay, so we're gonna keep on doing this. Just Debbie, when you come back, please say hello for us, okay? Just to make sure that you're okay. All right. These are some of the tools for booking and coaching. I have 3 more minutes. I'm gonna talk about real fast how I prepare my box. So the next one is how to get ready for your makeover. That's the next part of the workbook, okay? How to get ready. So we talked about keeping your day book filled. Are you guys okay? Can you all hear me okay?
Yes.
Is the website
Doing
good?
great,
Okay.
thank you.
All right.
Yeah, we're good.
The next one is coaching your appointments. The third one is being ready for your makeovers. So how do I prepare? I get my, there she is. Okay, she's back. All right.
Yeah, okay.
I have 2 dead spots, and I just went through the first one.
Okay, just want to make sure, because when you stopped, you were like this, ooh, and I thought, oh, did she see a deer? Your face just froze. It's like, ah. Okay, so the next one is how to get ready for your makeover. And I really just have a few more minutes. I'll put the list of these items on the Boss Babe page, and I'm going to add Lee. Jessica, you are on that page, aren't you? On the Boss Babe
Yes,
page?
I am. Yes,
Okay,
I am,
so
Anna.
you'll see the list in there. I prepared 2 roll-ups, okay? The first roll-up has all skincare. The second roll-up has all fragrances and color. I'll just share with you what's in the first roll-up, and that is always the one that goes inside the class with me when I go in. The color, I keep it rolled on another spot so nobody sees it, and I use that as a tempting tool to keep them busy after my skincare part is done, to keep them busy on the table while I do the individual closing so nobody runs away and goes home without closing, okay? So that's my way of keeping people engaged while we're doing the individual closing. And Lee is Lee has been my hostess a few times. You've had what, four parties from me already, something like that.
Yeah, definitely 4 or 5. Yeah.
She's done a ton of parties, so she knows exactly what I'm talking about. So this is what we do. We do the skincare, and then I put the color on the table, and I pull people individually to do the individual closing while they're so busy doing the class. The color, they're not going to run away, because you've had people run away at parties, right? How many of you have had parties where closing time comes, they run away?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, Jessica, right?
Yes.
So you want to
Totally
engage them.
there.
You want to keep them out, so you don't pull out the color until the last minute. So what do? My roll-ups look like this. The first envelope has all the Ultimate Miracle Set. So it's the Miracle Set, normal to dry, the microdermabrasion, the firming cream, the eye makeup remover, and that's it. So the Ultimate Miracle Set is on the pocket number 1. I only bring the normal to dry to my parties. Individual appointment, I tell them that there's another formula. Okay, so I don't need to show them the formula there. Second pocket has all the supplements. So I have the charcoal mask, the gel mask, the squares with the other 3 serums that are included in there, the tone correcting serum, the serum plus C, and the lifting serum. The peel, the repair peel, the deep wrinkle filler, and the biocellulose. I take it out of the box and put the envelopes in there. Okay. The third envelope has all the powders and the concealers. So it's going to be a primer, translucent powder, the finishing spray, the 5cc creams, a mini compact, and I'm going to explain this to you. The mini compact, on the top layer, it has the sheer press powder because we want it sealed in so it doesn't bounce and break. And then on the bottom of that mini compact, instead of putting the applicators, I put in an Endless Performance foundation, the creamed powder type, because if that one bounces, it doesn't break as easy. I do put a cotton round on top of that, so if it does bounce, it doesn't keep clanking there. But then they have an option of, it's my color, it's the color that I use, okay, I keep that in there. They don't have to know the color, but they need to know the texture of the powder, so then you have it to show in case you need it. I also use the Ringa Mineral Powder, my Mineral Powder Foundation. All of the concealers and the under eye corrector go in the third pocket. The fourth pocket has the set hands, set lips, the new body lotion, the new body cream. I don't put the gel or the scrub in there because then they have to wash it off. I just put the lotion and the Skin Great brush with as many tips as I have. Like if I have 10 tips in there, I'll put the 10 tips in there, okay, for demo, because then everybody can use it. On the other roll up, I have all my color and my perfumes, and I'll put a list in there for you guys so you have it. But that's how I come prepared. All the one roll up plus the mirrors, the placemats, all the stuff that I want to have, the applicators, the washcloths, all those supplies to be ready are all in my starter kit bag. And that's what I take inside. I take another roller bag with the second roll up and all the other things that I might want to give, like my demos, my tablecloth, things like that. I have a roller bag that goes inside with me, sits in the corner for when I'm done with this first appointment. I show the roll up, I close it up, and then I put the collar roll up with the perfumes in there. And so that stays in the bag until I'm ready for that appointment, okay? I'm gonna be very quick on 2 more minutes, just to finishing at 2 more minutes so we can finish, so I respect your time. So that's how I prepare for myself. You do want to have a way to follow up. So you may have already a text message or a video message that you send, that you say the same thing all the time to your clients when you're done with the appointment. But on the follow-up, you want to say thank you. You want to thank the hostess one more time. You want to send them the link to your website one more time. You want to send them their before and after, because they sent it to you. Now you want to put them together, okay, to send them to you so they can see. They sent you their selfie. Now you want to put them together and say, look what, look, this is what it looks like. You want to reiterate your goals. So you say, our goal today was for Susie to get her microdermabrasion set, and thank you guys for shopping. She did that by you purchasing and by you booking another party. So reiterate goals and say thank you for that. Remind them that the referral list keeps on going, so I would love to get the names of the people that you forgot to mention there, and those are the people that are going to help you get your free product, just like Susie got today. So reiterate the fact that you want more referrals, and that is a compliment to you. It's a compliment for you to share me with your friends. If you like me enough and you trust me enough with my business to share your friends with me, that is the best compliment you can give me. So say that at your follow-up, because they didn't hear that. They did not hear that when you said it at the party, okay? They're focused on their face. All they're worried about at the party is their face in the mirror. They're not listening to anything else you're saying, okay? Send them the marketing videos, send them the marketing survey, and do the follow-up 2 + 2 + 2. So if they purchase today, 2 days, say, I'm going to follow up with you. So those are the thank you notes that you want to send to them once you're done with the party. Girls, I am so sorry, but we're going to finish. But what I want to do is I want to put a video of how to prepare for the career chats. I'm going to put a video in the Boss Babe class. Leah, I'm going to add you to that Boss Babe group in a little bit. And then you guys can get that video, because I do want you to have that information, how to best prepare. I'm sure your director has that information, but it's important for you to have another point of view just in case it meshes with your personality more, okay? And again, I apologize. This is a very packed class. There's a lot of information to be shared at this class. But what we're asking is that you do now that you know this information, or now that you've reheard this information, look at your systems. Where are you in your business right now? When you do your bookings, where is it in your bookings that could be tweaked to be a better result for you? Look at your coaching. What can you do differently with your coaching that can give you better results? Look at your bag, your preparation for your parties, all the tools that you take. Where can you make it better, less stressful, more streamlined? Okay, that's the reason for this class today, is how can you better tweak your skills and your tools to make you a very best consultant, okay? And that's what we want to do today. So now that you have this information, check it with the information that you have from your director, and see where you can best serve your business, yourself, and your clients for the future. Okay?
Anna, awesome
Okay.
class. I definitely learned a lot of stuff, a lot of new different techniques that I will make sure I'll use. Thank you. That's the whole point of it, and you've hit it on the dot. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you very much, girlfriends. Thank you, guys.
Yes.
I so
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you. Thank you, Debbie. Safe driving, girlfriend. We'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Be here for next week. Okay, it's gonna be the culmination of all the class. So be here for next whatever it is, Sunday night for you guys, right? Be here for next
Yes.
Sunday.
Yes.
I love you guys.
Bye. Thank you,
so
Anna.
much. Have a
Bye.
great day. Take care.
You too. Bye.